Is Ukraine strong enough to confront Russia? And it seems that guerrilla warfare will be an effective way to damage Russia if war occurs. The United States and several NATO allies are providing military aid to Ukraine in hopes of staving off a possible Russian invasion. The US announced it would send $200 million in military aid to Ukraine and revealed plans for Baltic states such as Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania to deliver US-made weapons there. Meanwhile, the UK has delivered 2,000 Anlar short-range anti-tank weapons to the Ukrainian army. However, that amount of aid is only a small drop compared to what Ukraine needs to have stand up to its neighbor. Although the US and NATO have rolled out direct military deployments to Ukraine, it is likely that NATO will send additional support equipment. Some of the weapons are notable, the first being the FGM-148 anti-tank missile. This is an old missile, but it is still highly effective against tanks. Previously, the US sold Ukraine 47 Command Launch Units (CLU) and 370 missiles. Ukraine barely has enough javelins to arm an army brigade. It has nearly 30 brigades, as well as a host of smaller units, reservists, and special operations forces. To be able to fully equip javelins for combat units of the Ukrainian ground forces will require an order of 1,500 CLU launchers and 5,000 or more missiles. The second is the M142 High Mobility Artillery Rocket System, or HIMARS. This is a light multiple rocket launcher consisting of 6 227mm rocket tubes on a truck chassis, creating a mobile but powerful artillery system. HIMARS can launch guided missiles GMLRS, a GPS-guided missile with a high explosive warhead. Ukrainian units can use HIMARS complex to target Russian army units behind the front lines, such as command posts, fuel depots, air defense systems, and artillery with precision-guided missiles. The third is the FIM-92 Stinger missile, which is a short-range mobile air defense system, or MANPADS. Stinger man-portable missile weighs more than 15 kilograms, has a range of 4.5 kilometers, and uses an infrared seeker. The Stinger will be particularly useful in reducing Russia's advantage in helicopters. Both the Mi-8 or Mi-17 transport helicopter and the Ka-52 attack helicopter. These helicopters will be used to transport airborne assault troops, as well as provide air support to Russian ground units and hunt Ukrainian tanks. The Stinger missile is also believed to be useful against Russian Army's fleet of 500 drones, including the Orlan 10, a reconnaissance drone. Next is the ANPVS-15 night vision goggles, which are helmet-mounted night vision devices. The ANPVS-15 will improve the night combat capabilities of Ukrainian ground forces. They will also be very useful to insurgents and special forces operating behind the Russian front lines. The fifth is an improved explosive device, which the US has used for nearly 20 years, mainly in Iraq and Afghanistan. These devices often use explosives from bombs and shells to deal damage. US weapons sent to Ukraine must be easy to use and cheap, which will help Ukraine inflict losses on Russia.